Introduction of malware. Malware, short for the malicious software, is any software intentionally designed to cause damage to a computer, network, or another device. It can steal data, disrupt operation, or gain unauthorized access to system. What is malware? Malware is a combination of malicious and software. Malware is the program or code intended to do harm to a computer or network, such as steal information or cause a system to not work properly. Ang malware na sinasabi ay ginagamitan siya ng computer and internet at dito na din nangyayari ng mga tulad ng virus at pag-hack ng mga account at yung mga credit card na pwedeng manakaw. How does it work? Malware can enter a computer through a download by clicking a link or through a software vulnerability and weakness in code. From there, it will run code to harm your system and can spread across computer to work a network. Origin and purpose of malware. The term of malware was first used by computer scientist and security researcher Israel Radeya in 1990. However, malware extended long before this. The first known example of malware was the Creeper virus in 1971, which was created as an experiment by BBN Technologies engineer Robert Thomas. The concept of malware took root in the technology industry. An example of viruses and worms began to appear on Apple and IBM personal computer in the early 1980s before becoming popularized following the introduction of the World Wide Web and the commercial internet in the 1990s. Virus. A virus is the most common type of malware that can execute, insult, and spread by affecting other programs or files. Virus is a type of malicious software or malware that is designed to spread from one computer to another, often causing damage or stealing information. Example, Cryptolocker and WannaCry. Worm. A worm can self-replicate without a host program and typically spread without any human interaction or directives from the malware authors. Worm is a type of malware that spread by replicating itself across a network. Example, Morris worm and SQL Slammer and Stormworm. Trojan horse. A Trojan horse is the design to offer as a legitimate software program to gain access to a system. Once activated, following installation, Trojans can execute their malicious function. Trojan horse is a type of malware that disguises itself as a legitimate program or file to trick user into installing and running. Example, baking Trojans and remote access. Spyware is the made to collect information and data on the device and user as well as observe the user activity without their knowledge. Spyware refers to software that secretly monitors and collects information about a user computer activity without their knowledge or consent. Example, tracking cookies or stalkware. Ransomware is a design to affect a user's system and encrypt its data. Cybercriminals then demand as ransom payment from the victim in the exchange for decrypting in the system data. Ransomware that threatens that publish or block access to data or a computer system, usually by encrypting it until the victim pays a ransom to the attacker. Example, WannaCry o CryptoLocker 2013. Rootkit. A rootkit is created to obtain administrator or level as to the victim system. Once installed, the program gives threat actors root or prevalence access to the system. Rootkit is the type of malicious software designed to gain unauthorized privileged access to a computer system while actively concealing its presence. Example, Sony BMG and BMG Rootkit or Flame 2012. Backdoor virus. A backdoor virus or remote access Trojan secretly creates a backdoor into an affected computer system that enables threat actors remotely access it without alerting the user or the system security programs. Backdoor virus installed on a system by malicious hackers using malware programs such as remote access Trojan are known as malicious backdoors. Example, Sub7 and Backdevice. Adware. Adware is used to track user browser and download history with the intent to display pop-out and banner advertisement in the user into making a purchase. For example, an advertiser might use cookies to track that web page and user visit to better target advertising. Loggers, also called system monitors, are used to track nearly everything a user does on their computer. These include email open, web page, program, and keystroke. Keyloggers is a form of malware or hardware that records your keystroke as you type. You can be used to spy victims and capture sensitive information. Example, Spy Eye.
Resident virus. A resident virus is a type of a malware that embeds itself into a computer's memory or a RAM and remains active even after the original infected file is removed. It is spread by infecting new files or programs whenever the system is running. Multipartite viruses. Multipartite viruses are a common type of a malware that can infect a computer system in multiple ways, making them more difficult to detect and remove. They can be spread through various methods such as in infected files, bootable media, and network connections, and can infect multiple areas of a system, including the boot sector and executable files. This makes them more dangerous than the other type of viruses that typically target a single area. A direct action virus. Direct action viruses are a malware that actually cause damage immediately when you open an infected file. They don't wait, they act right away, like deleting the file or correcting the problems. So, browser hijackers are like the unwanted guests that take over your web browser. They change your homepage, search engine, and where they take you. They often to show you ads or lead you to a dangerous website. They sneak in through a download or a like a shady link. The override virus. These viruses are like the digital vandals. They break into your computer and scribble all over your files, replacing your important data with a gibberish. So, with that, this makes your file unusable, and the original information is usually lost forever. They a serious threat because they cause a permanent data loss. Web scripting virus. These viruses are like sticky actors who change a website script while it is running. They inject malicious code that can steal your information, redirect you to fake sites, or spread to other websites. They also exploit weaknesses into the website itself. The file infector. This is like imagine a file infector viruses is like a tiny, mischievous gremlin that is sneak into your file and messes them up from the inside. It doesn't just steal the file, it actually changes them, often making them unusable. This is how a file infector viruses. A network virus. This is a type of a malware that they spread itself across a network of computers. It also designed to travel from one computer to another, like that contagious code going around. So how this spread? These viruses take advantages of this network connection to replicate themselves. They might spread through a shared file like email attachment or by exploiting these security weaknesses in a network software. This is like a cold spreading through sneezes and cough in a crowded room. The boot sector virus. These viruses infect the startup instruction of a computer running before the operating system and potentially preventing the computer from booting or causing other damage. They often spread via physical media like USB drive.
How to prevent malware? With spam and phishing email being the primary vector by which malware infects computers, the best way to prevent malware is make sure your email system are locked down tight and your users know how to spot danger. We recommend the combination of carefully checking attached documents and restricting potentially dangerous user behavior, as well as just familiarizing users with common phishing scams so that their common sense can kick in. When it comes to more technical preventative measures, there are a number of steps you can take, including keeping all your system patched and updated, keeping an inventory or hardware so you know what you need to protect, and performing continuously vulnerable assessment and your infrastructure. When it comes to ransomware attacks in particular, one way to prepare is to always make backups of your files, ensuring that you'll never need to pay a ransom to get them back if your hard drive is encrypted. Malware protection. Antivirus software is the most widely known product in the category of malware protection product. Despite virus being the name, most offerings take on all forms of malware. While high-end security pros dismiss it is obsolete, it's still the backbone of basic anti-malware defense. Today's best antivirus software is from vendors Kaspersky Lab, Symantec, and Trend Micro, according to the recent test by A/B Test. When it comes to more advanced corporate networks, endpoint security offerings provide defense in depth against malware. They provide not only the signature-based malware detection that you expect from antivirus, but anti-spyware, personal firewall, application control, and other style of host intrusion prevention. Gartner offers a list of its top picks in this space, which include products from Cylance, CrowdStrike, and Carbon Black. How to detect malware? It's fully possible and perhaps even likely that your system will be infected by malware at some point despite your best efforts. How can you tell for sure? CISO columnist Roger Grimes has written a deep dive into how to diagnose your PC for potential malware that you might find helpful. When you get to the level of corporate IT, there are also more advanced visibility tools you can use to see what's going on your networks and detect malware infection. Most forms of malware use the network to either spread or send information back to their controllers. So network traffic contains signal of malware infection that you might otherwise miss. There are a wide range of network monitoring tools out there, with prices ranging from a few dollars to a few thousands. There are also CM tools, which evolved from log management programs. That tools analyze logs from various computers and appliances across your infrastructure looking for signs of problems, including malware infection. CM vendors range from industry stalwarts like IBM and HP Enterprise to smaller specialists like Splunk and Alien Vault. Malware removal. How to remove malware once you're infected is in the fact the $1,000,000 question. Malware removal is a tricky business and the method can vary depending on the type of you're dealing with. CSO has information on how to remove or otherwise recover from rootkits, ransomware, cryptojacking. We also have a guide auditing your Windows registry to figure out how to remove forward. If you are looking for tools for cleansing your system tech, Radar has a good roundup of free offerings which contains some familiar names from the antivirus world along with newcomers like Malwarebytes. Malware examples. We've already discussed some of the current malware threats looming large today, but there is a long history of malware dating back to infected floppy disk swap by Apple II hobbyists in the 1980s and the Morris worm spreading across Unix machines in 1988. Some of other high-profile malware attacks have included I Love You, a worm that spread like wildfire in 2000 and did more than $15 billion in damage. SQI Slammer, which ground internet traffic to half within minutes of its first rapid spread in 2003. Configure, a worm that exploited unpatched flaws in Windows and leveraged a variety of attacks vectors, from injecting malicious code to phishing emails to ultimate cracks password and hijack Windows device to a botnet. Zeus, a late 2000s keylogger Trojan that targeted banking information. CryptoLocker, the first widespread ransomware attack whose code keeps getting repurposed in similar malware projects. Malware trends. Cybercriminal malware tactics shift with probability. Cryptojacking's decline reflects falling cryptocurrency values, which ransomware attacks are becoming more targeted, abandoning the indiscriminate shotgun approach. Profitability drives these trends. Malware attack on business spikes. Malware attacks on business surged 79% in 2018, exceeding consumers' attack. Cybercriminal weaponized older malware like Emotet, targeting businesses for greater gains. Lateral movement within network is prevalent, possibly fueled by GDPR and the decline of cryptocurrency based on attacks. Crypto mining attacks decline. Falling cryptocurrency values used a decline in crypto mining attacks in 2018. Cybercriminals shifted to information stealing malware for higher profits. Ransomware become more targeted. Ransomware attacks decreased overall in 2018, but increased 28% against businesses, particularly SMBs. Consulting, education, manufacturing, and retail were heavily targeted due to perceived higher ransom payout likelihood.